Secrets hidden in plain sight. Powers that move the world in the shadows. Questions no one dares to answer. Step beyond the Matrix. Subscribe.
They finna close all the airports at this point. They're saying the airport lines is getting so long that they're really thinking about closing it down. But Trump said he about to probably sign an executive order for DHS to pay the TSA workers. He said, cause this shit getting ridiculous. This shit is getting so ridiculous. Even the ICE agents that they deployed to help can't even get the lines working even faster. They said it's some people that's been experiencing 6-hour waits. That's crazy, fool. Imagine if they do shut this shit down. Imagine they shut the airport down, fool. What's next? I'm not gonna lie, fool. If I'm a TSA worker and I've been working, not getting paid, when that shit come back around, I better have a big ass check. I'm talking about money. I don't want no little chump change. I'm talking about, I want 3 months of pay. And I want that overtime pay. But I'm gonna keep y'all updated on what happens next. Is he gonna pay these people, or is the airports gonna shut down?
Many of you think your phone just listens, picks up your voice, hears your talks. No, it's far beyond that. Your phone doesn't just listen, it observes rituals. Every morning scroll, every night doom dive. That's programming. It memorizes your delay before clicking, the hesitation in your voice, the patterns in your silence, not just what you touch, but what makes you flinch. Eye movement, measured, screen time, translated, micro-emotions, logged. It's engineering, a feedback loop that learns faster than you change. Your attention is mapped, your beliefs are shaped. What you call a feed is actually a leash. And the scariest part? The algorithm doesn't need to control you. You'll volunteer again and again and again. So next time you see your thumb reach for the screen, stop and ask, was that really you? Or was it the algorithm nudging your nervous system again?
Your phone controls your life now. You wake up, check it, you eat, scroll it, you go to bed, stare at it. It's not a tool anymore. It's your master. And that's exactly what they designed it to be. Tech companies hired psychologists and neuroscientists to make your phone as addictive as possible. Every notification is a dopamine hit. Every scroll is a gamble. Will this be interesting? You don't know, so you keep going. And while you're scrolling, they're stealing your attention, your time, your ability to think clearly. You can't focus, can't be present, can't connect with real people because you're trapped in a virtual world that profits from your addiction. The more time you spend on that screen, the more control they have over your thoughts, your purchases, your beliefs, your reality. And anybody who understands behavioral psychology knows an addicted population is a controllable population. Everything you've ever done online is stored, analyzed, and sold. You're not a person anymore. You're a data profile being traded like cattle. And you agreed to it. Click accept, agree to terms, grant permissions. You handed over your entire life without reading a single word. Now corporations know you better than you know yourself. They know when you're sad, when you're angry, when you're vulnerable, and they use that information to manipulate you. The surveillance state isn't coming, it's already here. And you built it yourself by carrying a tracking device everywhere you go, and this data never goes away. Everything you've ever posted, searched, or said is permanent.
Here, take a cookie. I promise, by the time you're done eating it, you'll feel right as rain.
Your phone is a digital footprint of your mind. iPhone, you refer to yourself as I, which is the eye of consciousness, is being manifested digitally into your phone. Every action you take on your phone is recorded in a vast database. These actions originated from your mind. Your phone has become a digital manifestation of your spiritual mind. That's why they're called an iPhone, the I. When you refer to I, you're referring to the inner self, the observer behind your body, thoughts, and emotions. These phones have been used to track our consciousness, which has created AI. As a society, we have collectively infused our minds into these tracking devices like phones, tablets, and computers. They have merged all of our actions, behaviors, and preferences collected in this database to create an artificial consciousness. We are the organic consciousness from God, trying to create an artificial consciousness that's going to dominate this world.
Is the White House X account sending out cryptic messages? And why do I say that? Because earlier, a couple of videos were posted. One is still there, the other was deleted. And in one video, a lot of people are saying that it's a video that should have never been posted. But let me know your thoughts. Take a listen to this. Listen.
It's launching soon, right?
And you heard what was just said in the video. It's launching soon, right? And as you can see here from Raw News Alerts, they're a pretty reliable source on X. The official White House account has now deleted its initial video, which teased launching soon and included the sound on caption showing a downward view of a woman's shoes, leaving many people confused. Listen again.
It's launching soon, right?
And moments after that video was deleted, this video right here was posted. Take a look at the emojis, phone and sound on. Take a look at this video for yourself. Listen. I've gone ahead and paused the video for you so you could see whatever that encryption is right there. But the message was of a text alert to your cell phone. Many people had gone ahead and blown it up, and it looks like an American flag, while others are saying it's some sort of barcode. The video was run through AI to see if it could be decoded, if it was some sort of cryptic message. This is what Grant had to say. The White House has posted a 4-second black screen video playing the standard iPhone text notification sound caption. Grant also went on to say that it looks like a cryptic alert teaser campaign. So why would they tell you to have your phone on? Are we expecting some sort of text message? But once again, this video is still posted to the White House X account with no explanation whatsoever. The other video was deleted. Let me know your thoughts as to what you think is going on with the White House X account. And as always, I'd love to hear from you.
This entire Palm Beach Pete is a master level psyop. So why am I showing Biden, or what appears to be Biden? Get to that in a second. They actually look a whole lot similar than you would think. Not to mention, they were in the same exact location, taking the same exact picture. Now, there's some pictures where it doesn't look like him, but they have the same exact markings on their face. But it gets weirder than that. By the way, I don't know who made this video, I only know who stole this video. Palm Beach Pete stopped posting in 2024, then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, somehow his video goes viral and he's back on social media. And then again, he has the same exact facial markings. Not to mention, he had plastic surgeons on payroll. These guys are far more similar than not. And really, the same exact location. But we do know we're faced with many different obstacles in 2026. Humanoid robots taking over schools, AI preachers in churches, and also things on planes that seem to take different forms and sketch people out all the way. So really, who's to say what's real, what's not, or even what's a human?
Well, if you thought this was real, and that was real, and this whole thing, well, then you definitely think the death of Rob Reiner and his wife, which just happened to be reported at 3:30 p.m. And there are 3 comments, and hey, December, that's the 12th month. 1 plus 2 is 3, and 14, 4 minus 1 is 3, and 5 minus 2 is 3. So 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Yeah, you probably think this is real as well if you think those others are. But maybe I should show you a few things that maybe you've missed along the way. Let's start with the Nicole Brown Simpson death. Stabbing, in fact. I mean, this couldn't be fake, right? They did a full year-long dragged-out trial. I mean, they could have never gone through that much trouble, or maybe they just had AI before you realized they had AI. And well, maybe you've never seen the video I've done showing how much newscaster Megyn Kelly, who even talks about how ridiculous of a conspiracy it is that she could be Nicole Brown Simpson. I mean, to just add a little, stuff under there, a little filler, it's pretty similar. And then when you put them together, again, minus the roundedness of that chin versus the straightness, which could be accomplished with a little filler, well, they look pretty similar. But what would the odds be that they would look so similar and then have the exact same 1, 2, 3 triangular dots? Now, if those are in the exact same place on the neck, that would be strange, right? Oh, they are right on the exact same spot. Now, again, 1, 2, 2. Now, if those are in the same spot, now we're really thinking something's going on. Oh, like right on the chest here and right on the chest there. And well, if you've never seen my video on this this political hero whose last name just happens to be King, and they think you're so dumb that they mock you by not even changing his last name and turning him into Don King. Here's a pacifist. He doesn't believe in fighting. Here's a fight promoter who promotes fights. They love duality. It's why they do the black and white checkered floors. And seriously, if you haven't seen the video, just go look that up. There's smoking guns galore. And this one, I mean, come on. Grassy Knoll, you're smarter than that. You're smarter than that. None of it's real. He's alive. He became Jimmy Carter. Again, just go look up the video. And seriously, if you believe this one, just go to my September videos. I did 10 of them exposing how not only is he a complete lying fraud and still alive, but so is Candace Owens. She's not even who she says she is. Go to September. Trust me. But of course, I'm just joking. This is all for entertainment purposes. I'm sure it's just a coincidence that there's a 3 and a 3 and a 3 and a 3 and a 3.
So here we go again. Another new strand of COVID is spreading. And this variant is called Cicada. Out of all names, Cicada. And they're saying it's showing up all across the country, so people are starting to pay attention. They said this variant has been detected in wastewater across 25 different states. Plus travelers, patient samples, and even in the airplane's wastewater. And that's the part that's hitting the hardest, because once people hear it's in 25 states, this don't become an isolated situation no more, because it's already spreading. And mind y'all, the concern around this one, they're saying is highly mutated and it has immune escape potential, which is exactly why the name is starting to move online so fast. That doesn't automatically mean that it's making a deadly wave right now. It just means that people is paying close attention to this. And that's why the story is really hitting the way it is. So people hear new COVID variant, and then that's when they start getting that old feeling from when it first started. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down below in the comments.
So now, all of a sudden, we're having explosions outside of airports. We've had a lot of things happen with planes and airports last week. But just hold on, there's more. But don't worry, they're saying this is just a brush fire. You wanna know what's weird about that? Brush fires are white. This looks like a fuel fire, which you can tell by the really dark, thick clouds. To add another level of weirdness, we'll get to this in a minute. We've had like 5 factories explode over the last 2 weeks, including that refinery, which was talked about before it blew up. Now this thing right here just fell out of the sky in Tennessee. Nobody knows what it is. It stays lit the entire way down. Ohio, Texas, these loud explosions from these meteors. But you want to know what's completely unrelated about this right here? Completely unrelated. It's been looking like this in the sky all over the US. Not to mention unrelated, definitely haven't been feeling that well lately. What's really going on with airports and in the sky lately? Yeah, a car did this, not a steel beam. What do you think? Let me know.
Could somebody explain to me and this lady that's recording this video right now, because she's perplexed as well too. Why is there a statue of a chrome Lady Liberty in the middle of nowhere in Colorado in front of this creepy ass trailer that's in the middle of nowhere in Colorado as well? Bro, what is this?
What the hell?
What is this, bro?
Anyone know who put this here?
That's what we want to know.
Why it's in the middle of nowhere,
Look at those homes. And in this
hanging
trailer.
out in front of a trailer.
My question is, why there? Why an open field in the middle of nowhere in Colorado? What's the symbolism behind this? Because it's not meant for the public eye. Because if it was, it would be like somewhere near Walmart or something like that. And then to have this over here watching it, bro. Because I know y'all hear about the creepy stuff that already happens in the Colorado airport and in that Lucifer horse that's out there, bro. And y'all know how, you know, man, they stacked on top of each other. And then Colorado just had a massive power outage at the airport too, bro. It's the creepy stuff going on, bro. It's crazy. So what do y'all think this is? Do y'all think this is art? Do y'all think this is a message? Like, do y'all think this is a beacon for something? This is a signal for something to come, bro? Because this is not just a regular statue, bro. Like, crazy. But let me know that in the comments below, man. The shit is here. Let's continue to get it. Peace out.
People have asked me so many times to cover Taylor Swift, but it's like, you guys, I feel like this one's really obvious. This has been a theory for a very long time that Taylor Swift and Satanist Zeena LaVey look identical through the years. And they really do. And they really do. And we see how successful Taylor Swift is. They look identical. They look like, I don't know, perhaps maybe the duplicating, replicating invention, machine, technology has been around for so long that, you know, perhaps she came back. This was in 1989. We know Taylor has her album called 1989. And yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, doppelganger, clone, perhaps, identical twin, reincarnated, maybe that is why Taylor is so successful. Maybe that's why Taylor has been able to tour the world time and time again. I mean, wasn't this girl on tour for like 2 years? I don't know. I mean, I saw her in concert, but to me, I think that it was a duplicate or maybe a hologram. The point is that, yeah, Taylor, I do think that for sure has been duplicated, replicated, and is very powerful because look at how insane her Swifties are. They're crazy. They're cuckoo bananas. They will come after you if you talk about her, kind of like the Bayhive. And at the end, the crazy cuckoo banana conspiracy theorists. All right. So sorry to tell you that I do believe that Taylor is definitely one of them. And let's not forget that she said the old Taylor can't come to the phone right now. Why? Because she's dead. Yeah. And she has done credit card commercials with all of her duplicates and replicates as well. They put it right in our faces every single time. So it's a little hard to deny. Yeah.
Okay, hold on a second. You can't make this up. Yesterday at the White House, when Melania Trump came out with that humanoid robot, I guess Brigitte Macron was there too, and she's talking French, speaking French, someone's translating for her, and commentators and commenters were quick to point out something interesting about who's doing the translations for her. Listen to this.
Like you, I'm very excited, dear Melania, very enthusiastic about AI, but at the same time, I'm fascinated and worried. So my first thoughts, these dangers could be huge. A general reflection is taking place in France about marking.
So maybe this happens all the time, but it's interesting that they used a man's voice to translate for Bridget. And you know what happened with Candace Owens the other day. But in other news, it's interesting that they're pretending they're scared of AI when they are pioneering and helping and, you know, trailblazing its deployment in the general public, the populace, in our systems, the way our society works. They're putting AI all over the place, but they're scared about it. It's like Elon Musk when he said, AI is summoning the Antichrist, or he said it's summoning the demon. And then on Joe Rogan, he said that AI is the greatest threat to humanity, but yet he's pioneering its development. Or at least on the surface he is, but I think he's a complete puppet. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments below and follow for more.
Now, it's pretty clear they want us going more synthetic and less organic today, which is evident in what's happening just with the food, air, and water supply. They're not focusing on organic. They're wanting seemingly more pesticides, more heavy metals, more GMOs. That's why it's more important than ever before in human history to be of sound mind and sound body today and now, with all the effort that's put into making sure we're in an altered state. And right now, Chalk is giving away free $100 bags of the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia, the Chalk Lit Powder, which is super detoxing and delicious, plus it stimulates stem cell production. And if you combine that with the hot water purified Shilajit, you're getting some of the most potent adaptogens in the natural world. Comment free below and check your DMs for details.
The strange noise is back, y'all. This is the type of story that got people shaky, because how do you explain a noise that is shaking people's houses, keeping them up at night, but no one can tell them what the noise is or where it's coming from? Y'all remember the loud noise people said they was hearing in the sky and shit? It's back. And they said the noise be so loud that it's shaking people's homes and they can't even sleep. And it's not happening in just one state. Multiple states is reporting the same damn noise. We've been going through these noises for a couple years and no one can explain what it is. But they said it's getting louder. The latest states that have been hearing this noise is New Jersey, Connecticut, and Virginia. And the crazy part about it, they're saying it's not just a boom and it's gone. They said the junk just keep going. They can feel it in their walls. They can feel it in their chest. And when they're asleep, they jump out their sleep like, what is going on? That ain't good in my opinion. If this noise keep coming back and no one know where it's coming from, but now it's getting louder and it's getting more frequent over more states, what the can that be? And it's coming from the sky? Y'all let me know down below in the comments what y'all think is going on, fool.
Taylor will be the first out trans woman to lead a city office in New York City.
The reason that I love Ramadan so much is for everything else that it means, and really a time where you understand yourself as part of something larger.
Taylor will be the first out trans woman to lead a city office in New York City.
And I'm hearing you say free Palestine, but also Israel has the right to exist. Don't be hypocritical. Don't be hypocritical and say free Palestine.
So I know some doctors during COVID that they have like these COVID parties. So they brought the blood of, people who were vaxxed, unvaxxed. And what they saw was one person who wasn't clear. And then the other person who got the jab, they saw these little small squiggly things floating around with serial numbers on them.
Jeez, great.
And they saw this.
Wow.
During these parties. And since then, I'm like, okay, I know for sure, for a fact, that something. How is this a party? Well, they used to have all kind of parties. I mean, fucking Gavin Newsom was having parties during COVID. It's all bullshit. They already knew.
Crazy.
It was for the shots. It was never
party?
about COVID, because when people were dying from COVID, people were dying from car crashes, but saying that they died from COVID. So they're inflating the numbers. For one, it was a cash grab. Two, it was about the shot. That's what it was about.
It was the protocols that killed people that had COVID.
Right.
It was, you're going to get on, what was it, remdesivir, right, which they pulled off the shelves 2 years prior because it was causing kidney failure. And Fauci knew this. So when it was brought on the market, everyone was like, what? And then I will tell you this, Judy Mikovits. You guys know who she is?
No.
Dr. Judy Mikovits. So she worked right next to Fauci in the 80s. And she was the biggest whistleblower during the AIDS epidemic. She had dinner at my house. And I looked her in the eye and she said, Jess, they've known since 1986 when the mRNA technology was created that it didn't work, that it was a neurotoxin, it was called autoimmune, myocarditis, pericarditis, you name it. So we pulled it off. And she goes, here's another thing. AIDS, it didn't come from a monkey. It was facilitated by Fauci.
Wait, so
in a lab.
Fauci is tied to AIDS too?
Oh,
he was in the front of that. So when the AIDS epidemic happened, he was in front of that. He was the doctor.
And he's just walking around like nothing.
Well, yeah, because you know why? Because right before Biden left, what did he do?
He pardoned him.
A preemptive pardon. Why would you do that if you don't think that the next administration was going to get you?
Which Biden was that? Was that short Biden or tall Biden?
I don't know.
Well, breaking fucking news, the White House Twitter and Instagram page posted this very strange video and then randomly took it down.
It's launching soon, right?
So what's strange is immediately after this video, they posted another video where it was a black screen for 3 seconds and it flashed an American flag is what it looked like to me. And then it flashed away. I don't know what the precedence of that post was. They left it up for a minute, enough for people to screen record it and see it, and then immediately took it down and then posted the one with the black screen and the American flag. Things are getting weird.
Our world is transforming, and through the use of AI, we can now access centuries worth of humanity's knowledge base. The future of AI is personified. It will be formed in the shape of humans. Very soon, artificial intelligence will move from our mobile phones to humanoids that deliver utility. Since our environment is designed for people, humanoid systems are uniquely suited to navigate and operate within our world. They fit well. Imagine a humanoid educator named Plato. Access to the classical studies is now instantaneous. Literature, science, art, philosophy, mathematics, and history. Humanity's entire corpus of information is available in the comfort of your home. Plato will provide a personalized experience, adaptive to the needs of each student. Plato is always patient and always available. Predictably, our children will develop deep critical thinking and independent reasoning abilities. The AI-powered Plato will boost analytics skills and problem solving and adapt in real time to a student's pace, prior knowledge, and even emotional state.
All right, there you have it. AI is taking over the entire school system because this allows the student to have a teacher one-on-one the entire time, where the teacher's not distracted with 25 other students in their classroom. Students will be learning stuff on their own terms. They can go as fast as they want, and they can have unlimited amount of questions answered by the robot. So this is how school is going to be in the future, and we won't even be having like any real teachers. In fact, there won't even be any real jobs because AI is going to be so much better at doing it. And I do think that we will have a universal high income, which is what Elon Musk was talking about. So pretty soon, we're not going to have to slave away doing other things that we don't need to be doing. We can make our creations do that, the robot.
Warning news, this is going to distort reality as you know it, but if I know this information, you're going to know it too. So go down this rabbit hole with me and I'm going to hold your hand through it. You are more powerful than you know. They have been having this information the whole time, which is the reason why they're building the infrastructures, aka the Golden Dome project, with Elon Musk and Trump, an electromagnetic field that is going to go over the USA to keep things in and keep things from coming out at a time where we're having all of these curated events going on, remembering that you are collapsing reality based on your perception of you as the observer, which is the reason why they have all this propaganda going on right now. Also remember that your eyes, they tell you lies. They can easily be deceived. And remember that you're not actually seeing true reality. All you are seeing is fractalized images based on light being reflected and bouncing off of your retina and you shaping what it is that you perceive based on your perception of you. I'm going to cut to an interesting clip.
If I told you that reality itself bends to the state of your emotions and the frequency of your electromagnetic field, every thought and feeling you hold produces a measurable electromagnetic field around your body. Neuroscience and physics show us that this field exists, and it isn't just static. It vibrates at different frequencies, depending on your emotional state. When you live in lower frequency states like fear, anger, or envy, your field interacts with the world in a way that collapses events of the same vibration.
And that's why reality is an illusion. When you see something in reality, light waves enter your eyes, go to the optic nerve, and travel to the visual cortex at the back of the brain. And the visual cortex creates the image you call reality. Therefore, reality is not outside of you, it's produced by your brain. Therefore, when you see geometry in nature, you're not actually seeing something outside you. You're seeing your brain's mathematical codes decoding light waves and energy into a physical form.
And do you see why they fearmonger the way that they do? Do you see why everything has that certain narrative of survive, fear, everything is happening outside of you that you have no control of, because they don't want you to realize that you are the coder of this simulated reality, collapsing it based on your fractalized perception of you, distorted by transversal light energy that is completely reshaping this reality that you are carrying. Nothing is as it seems, everything is as it's perceived, and this is just the beginning, the tip of the iceberg.
Since 1960, when JFK took a bullet in the head and someone said, if anybody goes against the grain, this is what we'll do to you in public, something has happened to America. It's been infiltrated. And I'm not saying it's by Israel. I'm just saying that something else came in, and it was called the Super PAC. The corporations and the lobbies have taken over this country and control how this is governed. And a powerful lobby is Israel, AIPAC. You notice how, like, for instance, Ted Cruz the other day, when they ask him, is it America first or is it Israel first? Israel first. What are you talking about? You have congressmen showing up to Congress in their IDF uniform. You have congressmen that have dual citizenships with Israel. If you had a dual citizenship with any other country in the world, they wouldn't let you into Congress.
Right.
But it's okay with Israel. You got pedophiles that'll be convicted in Las Vegas and get a free ticket home. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not stacked fairly, and how they've done it is they've infiltrated Congress with their people. You know, the Super PAC and spending the money that they do. Go look up how much AIPAC spends on electing leaders. You know, you had Lindsey Graham going to talk to Netanyahu about a strategy of how to get Trump into the war. Bro, that's treason. You had Netanyahu bypass the White House, go straight to Congress, and speak to a joint session of Congress.
That's crazy.
You tell me another prime minister in the world that can walk into our Congress chamber and deliver a speech to our lawmakers.
Okay, this video is not AI, although there is some form of AI in this video. Melania Trump shows up to the Fostering the Vision for the Future Roundtable at the White House, which is all about AI education, with Figure Robot Humanoid 03, whatever it's called, an American-built humanoid robot. Fostering the future. They're talking about the future, and they got AI humanoid robots. Do you see what they're telling you? Forget about Democrats or Republicans. Every single country in the world today is headed toward the same technological model of society. The World Economic Forum just posted a commercial how in the future we won't be able to tell humans from machines because we will be merged with them. This is about the Antichrist. This is biblical prophecy. This is the end times. This is the mark of the beast. This is merging our consciousness with AI, which the whole plan there is to get us to obtain an artificial immortality or eternity versus the real one you can get if you get right with God. You got to ask yourself how they're spending all this money on AI and robots when the food, air, and water supply is being more and more polluted. Are they pushing you towards a more organic future or synthetic? This is why it's important to be detoxing and boosting your system naturally today and being of sound mind and sound body. And right now, Chalk is giving away free $100 bags of the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia, the chocolate powder, which is super detoxing and delicious. And if you combine that with the Hot Water Purify Shilajit, you're getting some of the most potent adaptogens in the natural world for detox, fertility, hormones, and more. Comment free below and check your DMs for detail.